Empowering True Crime Alex here, and here's an update on the Nicola Bulley case. Lancashire police posted this on Facebook. As we approach the 3-week anniversary of Nicola Bulley going missing on Friday, 27th of January, we remain committed to doing everything we can to find her. Our sole focus throughout this investigation has been to find Nicola, to bring her home and to support her family through the trauma they are experiencing. The most important person in all of this is Nicola. Nicola's family have asked us to issue a statement from them. The family said, "It has now been 3 weeks since Nikki went missing. We as a family believe that the public focus has become distracted from finding Nikki and more about speculation and rumors into her and Paul's private life. As a family, we were aware beforehand that Lancashire police last night released a statement with some personal details about our Nikki. Although we know that Nikki would not have wanted this, there are people out there speculating and threatening to sell stories about her. This is appalling and needs to stop. The police know the truth about Nikki, and now the public need to focus on finding her." Due to the perimenopause, Nikki suffered with significant side effects such as brain fog, restless sleep, and was taking HRT to help, but this was giving her intense headaches, which caused Nikki to stop taking the HRT, thinking that may have helped her, but only ended up causing this crisis. The public focus has to be on finding her and not making up wild theories about her personal life. Despite what some media outlets and individuals are suggesting, we are being updated daily and receive support from our family liaison officers. Nikki is such a wonderful daughter, sister, partner, and mother, and is missed dearly. We all need you back in our lives. Nikki, we hope you're reading this and know that we love you so much and your girls want to cuddle. We all need you home. Don't be scared. We all love you so very much. Just that little part there at the end, to me, makes it seem like the family believe that she has intentionally walked off, that she's vanished intentionally, and that she wanted to go because of these mental health issues that she has been experiencing. I wanted to share that. And also an update from Peter Faulding, the search and dive team that searched for Nicola over the last few weeks. So this is what prompted this. First, it said, "Update on Nicola. I can confirm that my usually trusted team and I were not passed this crucial information during our search, which would have changed search strategy." And he's, of course, referring to the significant issues with alcohol. And this is a great
that
interview
Nicola
I
Bulley
just
was
watched.
high risk and
Let's
had
take a
these
listen.
vulnerabilities.
Absolutely, Isabel. I work on these cases all the time with the police, and the first thing to say, the lady or man is high risk. So we changed our search strategy. I was told that Nicola, they believe, had fallen in the river at that particular place, and that's why we conducted the search the way we did.
Wow.
So Peter Faulding was looking at a specific stretch of the river with a strategy that Nicola had fallen, because that's what police had told her.
And how would that have changed your search then? Because presumably, either she was fallen or she had these vulnerabilities, she's still in the water. What differences in terms of technique does that involve for you?
Well, at the bottom of the bank, if Nicola had slipped in, it was only 2 feet deep on the day onto rocks. She would not have drowned. So that's what I've been saying all along. This is a mystery to me, this particular job. Now, Nicola could have wandered along the footpath. There's no CCTV, gone out onto the road. She would not have been seen. We would have searched. If somebody intends to take their own life, and I deal with a number of suicides each year for the police, they tend to jump in and they may swim and float down a while before they manage to drown themselves. It's very grim. And we look for things like whiskey bottles, because most people have a drop of whiskey, they have some pills, and they go with it, and they tend to drift down. That's the possibility then. She could have been taken over the weir. But normally when they drown, they go straight to the bottom. And that's why we focused our search in specific areas.
Oh, that's a fascinating insight I hadn't heard of before, that in suicide cases, people will be taking alcohol bottles or pills, and that those might be floating. And so when they see things like that, that could be an indicator, if they're searching for somebody who's gone missing, that somebody is close by.
Are you a bit annoyed about this? Because, this seems to be a key piece of information that's come quite late in the day. Do you feel like you've been wasting your time almost?
Well, I feel sorry for the family, and also I feel sorry for all the hard-working police officers who are working behind the scenes and the search teams, and they've been let down by the communications piece. The police have been brilliant. They've been great on the down. I am disappointed that the police search advisor did not give me that information. It's probably come from a higher level, I'd imagine, at SIO stage. Probably the sergeant on the ground was told not to give me that information. We would not have told that to the press because I work on complex murders and I never give information like this out. And I've become this sort of spokesman for the family in this whole case because no one is giving any information out. I'm not enjoying doing this and I'm getting criticised for it, but the family have got no voice because all their comms were told to go through the police and not talk to anybody unless they go through the police.
I know you've spoken.
Yeah, it's interesting that he's saying that basically this has been a miscommunication. There's been a comms breakdown with the police not sharing that information.
About how you've been speaking to her partner, Paul, on a daily basis. Have you spoken to him in the last day or so? And if so, what's his feeling about the fact that the police have divulged that his wife was suffering with the menopause and had issues around alcohol? I mean, incredibly private medical information.
Yeah, this is horrendous for Paul. Honestly, Isabel, I've not spoken to Paul for the last couple of days now. I've tried to get hold of him. I still feel so sorry for them that it's been released this way. It should never have come out. They could have just told us on the quiet. Press wouldn't have known. No, we would just been changed everything. I feel so, like I said, the police are getting beaten up here. This is terrible because it's not the police. It's just the comms piece where whoever's made these decisions needs to answer lots of questions. Let's not knock the police. Let's not knock the family. Let's regroup, get together, and then redo this search again so we actually try and get some closure for this poor family.
I have to say that's just my take, is that having had experience of lots of police press conferences over the years, I've just been surprised what seemed to me to be, quite frankly, a lot of naivety on behalf of whoever's been speaking and what the reaction's been therefore of the press, the newspapers, and indeed the general public, and none of it needed to be this way, in my view, just from having done similar cases in the past, and it seems you'd agree with that.
I totally agree. I mean, I say we cover the whole of the southeast for police diving, so we're highly trusted. So we recover about 10 drowning victims, a number of suicides each year, and the media is always positive. I've had loads of calls from serving officers saying, don't know what's gone wrong with the comms piece here, but the police, let's not knock the police, let's not knock everybody. And again, I am not being paid for these interviews. I'm on holiday in Cornwall at the moment, and I'm just trying to voice my concerns for the family so we can regroup and get this damn thing sorted out properly.
Yeah, so I agree
would this have changed
that it's the comms piece, that it didn't have to be this way. And even though they share the information, and I've said in the past, I think transparency is good, they overshared. Like the anchor said, they shared very private medical information. They didn't have to go that far. And Peter Faulding even said they didn't even need to share anything. They could have just told it to the people, the dive team and maybe the people that are searching. And really, the people that need to know are the people searching, right? Because they're the ones that need to know how the strategy, they need to know how to search and what's the best way to search. I've given another example in a past video that when we're talking about, a missing person, any regular missing person, where do you start? Well, if it's an autistic person, more than likely they're going to be found, or a large percentage of the time they're going to be found by a body of water. So knowing something like that the person is autistic is crucial because that's going to aid and really lead the search strategy. So at the very least, even if it's not publicly stated, I think can be stated in a way that doesn't compromise the case and that doesn't compromise the person's integrity, but saying it in a way that gives information that's necessary for the search team. What do you think? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. And while you're down there, make sure to follow or subscribe to my channel for more updates on the Nicola Bulley case.